You ever notice when someone keeps running the same scam over and over, and you're just sitting there thinking, when will people finally wake up? Well, Logan Paul just got caught in what might be his boldest money grab yet. And honestly, if you're still giving this guy your cash at this point, I can't help you. This is a situation so shady it makes cryptozoa look like a legit business. We're talking fractional ownership schemes, millions disappearing, and a Pokémon card that somehow went from being co-owned by thousands to magically ending up back in Logan's hands right before a multi-million-dollar auction. Convenient timing, right? So how did Logan convince his fans to sink money into his Pokémon card empire, promise them ownership and profits, and then pull the rug out so hard that people are still scratching their heads? You ever notice when someone keeps running the same scam over and over, and you're just sitting there thinking, when will people finally wake up? Well, Logan Paul just got caught in what might be his boldest money grab yet. And honestly, if you're still giving this guy your cash at this point, I can't help you. This is a situation so shady it makes cryptozoa look like a legit business. We're talking fractional ownership schemes, millions disappearing, and a Pokémon card that somehow went from being co-owned by thousands to magically ending up back in Logan's hands right before a multi-million-dollar auction. Convenient timing, right? So how did Logan convince his fans to sink money into his Pokémon card empire, promise them ownership and profits, and then pull the rug out so hard that people are still scratching their heads? Enter Liquid Marketplace, a platform Logan co-founded to let regular people buy fractional shares of high-value collectibles. The pitch: don't have millions for a rare Pokémon or a LeBron James rookie card. No problem. Buy a fraction and own a piece of history. Sounds cool in theory, like stock shares for collectibles, giving everyday people access to investments normally out of reach. Except it didn't work that way. Not even close. Logan went all in promoting the platform, posting videos, hyping social media, and spotlighting the crown jewel, his PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator card. He listed it at $5 million instead of the $5.3 million he paid, basically offering a $300K discount to entice buyers. He kept 49% ownership, selling 51% to the public through fractional shares. According to Liquid Marketplace, it sold out, raising $2.5 million from investors who believed they owned a real piece of the card. Logan made video after video promising true co-ownership, community involvement, and access to elite collectibles, painting himself as some kind of public servant. But Logan Paul has a habit: every project he launches has a fine print loophole that protects him when things go south. And things always go south. Fast forward to 2024, Liquid Marketplace is dead. Website offline, social media silent for over 2 years. Investors can't access their money or shares, as if the platform vanished into thin air. Then Logan shows up on Netflix's King of Collectibles, casually selling that same PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator. The card supposedly co-owned by thousands, supposedly locked in the marketplace vault and requiring a community vote. Now he's selling it like he owns it entirely. Naturally, people ask, what about the fractional owners? Where's their share? How can you sell it when you only had 49%? Logan responds with a wild explanation. He bought back the card in May 2024, supposedly paid a substantial buyout to the platform, which was then distributed to investors according to ownership. Case closed. Right? Wrong. No one got paid. Investors have been trying to access their money for over a year, and the platform is gone. Here's the kicker: Logan bought the card back for $250,000. Let that sink in. Liquid Marketplace raised $2.5 million. Logan buys it back for 10% of that, then auctions it, potentially selling for millions. Essentially, he's set to profit massively, while investors are left with scraps, if anything at all. This is textbook rug pull behavior. Same pattern as cryptozoa: hype the project, take the money, then vanish when things collapse. Logan also scrubbed any mention of Liquid Marketplace from his social media. Once proudly listed as co-founder, now deleted. Same move as with cryptozoa: front and center when things look good, disappear when problems arise. Meanwhile, complaints about missing funds have been public since launch, ignored for years. The Ontario Securities Commission even filed a lawsuit against Liquid Marketplace for multilayered fraud, alleging $3 million of investor money was funneled into the founders' lavish lifestyles, designer clothes, luxury watches, jewelry, spa services. They claim the platform's tokens never represented legal ownership, the assets weren't authenticated or insured, and investors were misled from the start. Logan isn't named in the lawsuit, but he was the co-founder and face of the platform, promoting it to millions and telling people they could trust it. The pattern is undeniable. Logan Paul launches crypto or blockchain projects, takes people's money, and walks away richer when it collapses. Investors are left with nothing. The card auction is coming in February, and Logan's likely pocketing millions while investors still wait on their $250,000 payout, which may never arrive. He claims developers are unlocking the site to release funds in 2 to 3 weeks, but we've heard that before with Cryptozoa. At some point, excuses stop mattering, and patents start telling the story. Logan Paul should never be trusted with crypto, blockchain, or fractional ownership. Every single time he's involved, regular people lose money while he profits. So here's the question for anyone still defending him: when do you admit this is who he is? When do you recognize it's a repeated pattern, not a series of accidents? This isn't about Pokémon cards or crypto. It's about someone using influence to convince people to invest in projects that benefit him, leaving them empty-handed. That's exploitation, not entrepreneurship. Logan Paul got exposed again, and honestly, it's not surprising. The only shocker is that people keep falling for it. What do you think? Is Logan a serial scammer or just the unluckiest entrepreneur ever? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.